welcome to the Q2 Paranormal Q2 Hour. We first originally decided to do this on YouTube until we discovered quickly how difficult it would be to actually pull off with our guests and everything. So, here we are, live on Facebook, because we're all familiar with Facebook. I think we're a little short. Oh well.
I'll be alright. I'll do this one, just. Ouch. That was my foot. Make my chair grow now. She's the short one.
I'm always the short one. What are you talking about? I'm like 5 foot. Anyways, everybody good out there? I see comments. Tonight we're going to discuss paranormal stuff. We are going to talk about our new event that we're promoting right now. Chris has got this flyer here to show you. Ooh. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, we're doing a live Halloween ghost hunt, and we are calling it the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion will be in Clarksburg, West Virginia, for those of you who do not know. And we have special investigators, and we have a new control center member. We're going to bring those two individuals on the feed tonight so that we can discuss our new Halloween event. We want to find out what you guys want to see us do. We want to find out any experiments you guys want us to do. Anything in particular you want us to do. Tonight on the live feed would be a perfect opportunity to let us know. If you see the live red little square up there in the top left, you can communicate with us in real time. If that is not there, then that means you're watching the replay. And watching the replay is just fine. However, you just can't communicate with us in real time.
Trish, yes, this will be uploaded to Facebook once it's over.
Yes, and YouTube.
That's what I meant with YouTube. I said Facebook. But...
You need my reading glasses?
No.
You sure?
I was reading her comment same time that I was talking.
So, our first person, who wants to go first, Brittany or JJ? I don't even see comments from JJ. Is he in here?
Yeah, he's in here.
Are you in here, JJ? Alright, Brittany and JJ, who wants to go first? We're going to bring you on one by one so we can introduce you guys to our fans. I don't see Brittany.
I think they're being shy.
Don't be shy. Alright, JJ, we saw your comment first, buddy, so we're going to bring you on first. Here we go. Everybody, this is JJ Burns. He is going to be in control of Command Center at the Haunted Mansion event. There's so much on our screen, I can't pay attention to it all. Is he there? Yes, okay. Woo, in-house. How you doing, JJ?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing well.
Staying busy, that's for sure.
That is for sure. So, JJ, for our Halloween event, are you excited?
Very excited.
What are you most excited about?
It's going to be a great investigation. I think people are going to stay very entertained, and I think we should pick up some great evidence.
Yes. Awesome.
Definitely so.
Anything in particular you have in mind that you're going to do other than run Command Center?
I'd like to do a little bit of investigating with you guys, and also I'd like to do the white noise in the earphones.
No.
That's the
SD session?
the sensory deprivation.
You want to go under
that'd
SD?
be
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it? It's always fun when somebody else does it.
Hi to that.
Hi to that. No, yep, she said hi to
Heather
JJ.
Childers said voodoo chicken.
Yeah, did you guys like our chickens? That was totally unexpected. JJ and I were in the Jeep just chilling with the chickens. While Chris was up knocking on the ghost door.
Not as unexpected as the pigeon.
What did you say?
I couldn't hear.
Say that
Not as
again.
unexpected as the pigeon.
No,
Oh,
God.
the pigeon.
The pigeon scared the bejeebies out of me. If you guys didn't watch our live walkthrough of the mansion yesterday, there's a part where a pigeon just almost poops on my head. Honestly, I thought he was going to poop on my head. What do you think?
Yeah, he spooked you, that's for sure.
All right, JJ. So, those of you who don't know, Command Center, JJ is going to be in control of pretty much everything. He's going to be watching the monitors. He's going to be monitoring all the cameras we have set up. If he sees anything, he's going to radio us and let us know. Or, you know, just keep the whole team safe in general. We picked him out a nice little watchtower place in the mansion. You want to say anything about that?
Mhm. The place that he's going to be running the command center from, I saw a lady standing in, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, so you saw a lady in the command center? Did you hear that, JJ?
Yes, I did. That's also where I got the picture where her reflections in the window.
Oh. And during our walkthrough yesterday, JJ, you kind of picked up on a little spirit yourself, didn't you?
Yes, actually a couple of them. I picked up on the little girl, and I also picked up on the male soldier outside.
Male soldier, yeah. So, I don't know about the soldier yet, but I know the little girl's going to be assigned to you. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay about it. I think we can get some interaction out of her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Brittany said, yeah, JJ will be our protector. Oh, that room. So, you got any questions you want to ask JJ? Anybody out there got any questions you want to ask JJ? Throw them up.
Feel free to ask questions.
You got any questions for JJ?
Which room are you going to try to interact with the little girl in?
Anything you want me to.
What do you say?
I couldn't hear it.
Say that one more
I'm
time.
an open book. I'll answer anything they want.
Yep. Hi, Michaela. Nice to see you, doll.
Which room are you going to try to communicate with the little girl?
I think downstairs in the back room where I first heard her.
Well, why don't you describe to everybody, because you said you saw her. Hey, Miranda, now the party can begin. Miranda is in the room. JJ, why don't you describe to everybody what this little girl looked like?
Little girl looked to be between the ages of 4 and 6. She had dirty blonde hair. She had curls in her hair. She was wearing a flower dress, kind of period style flower dress. And she was interactive.
Yeah, so that's very descriptive. So you got a pretty good look at her, it seems like.
Yes, and I did see she also had brown eyes.
Brown eyes even? You even saw her, like, what color her eyes are? That is
Yes.
awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I saw her like she was standing right in front of me.
Wow. I know you were pretty zoned out when I walked out of that one room looking down the steps. That's why I said, are you okay?
Laura told you to bring a ball and a doll, JJ.
I actually have both. I will bring both.
Yes, because we left our ball at the boys' home. So we never went back to retrieve it, so it's still there.
Little kids are still playing with it.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. The little kids need some entertainment, so I'm good with it. But yeah, definitely, we can't forget a ball. And Laura requested a doll herself, so we're going to have to take a doll as well. When we went to the Western Insane Asylum, there is a little girl there named Lily, and she loves to play with toys and stuff. And when I first went there, there was nothing in there for Lily. But if you take a toy or candy, she always interacts and moves the toys and stuff. So when we actually went back, like at the beginning of the month, I almost started crying because when we walked into Lily's room, they had toys lined around the entire room, in the windows, on the floor for Lily, and I just thought that was so great.
Yes, they had balloons in the floor for her to play with, everything.
Yeah, and I think we're probably, sorry, Brittany, we're probably going to take a balloon because it's really easy for the spirit children to move the balloon back and forth and stuff. So we'll probably do that experiment as well. If anybody has any kind of requests on experiments that you want to see us do, please let us know tonight so that we can prepare for it for a Halloween event. All right, JJ, is there anything that you want to say to the Q2 fans out there?
Definitely join in for the live, guys. It's going to be a great show, and you will be entertained. I think that this is going to be one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Take a pink balloon, not red. All right, Laura, we got you.
It's got to be red, and I'm going to write it on it.
No, I'm not going to let him torture anybody in the dark. We're not going to torture anybody. But, all right, JJ, thank you for coming, hopping on our feed for a little while and introducing yourself to our fans. I don't know if Michaela's still in the room. Michaela was here. But we will get to you next, Brittany. So thank you, JJ, for jumping on.
No problem. You guys have a great night.
You too. Make sure you stay in the room and help out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think you have to do anything.
No, JJ has to. There we go.
All right. So what do you guys think of JJ? JJ is going to be in control of the command center.
He'll also be doing some experiments and some investigating.
Put glitter in the balloon. We float. See, Brittany, everybody is against you on this. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Cool seeing you in person, JJ. Yes, JJ's come a long way. We've kind of like taken him under our wing just a little bit and taught him the ins and outs of paranormal and how to protect himself. So we feel like he's going to be a great help Halloween night, and I feel confident he's ready to protect himself. So for those of you who are not new to Chris and I, you guys know that we're into the crystals and stuff, and we are going in unprotected crystallized, as we always do, because we have found out firsthand by testing that the protection crystals will actually keep the paranormal activity away and not happen. So Chris and I will go in unprotected. However, JJ and Brittany will go in with one protection bracelet on because we don't want anything bad to happen to anybody helping us.
No, they need to be protected.
Yeah.
This is both of their first investigations. Actually at a haunted location, for sure.
Right. Well, Brittany likes to investigate. Well, they both do, but this is like the first time it's going to be like
for hours and hours.
Mainstream. In the dark. We are going to be in the dark in the haunted mansion. Again, this mansion was built in 1872. When we actually went there, one, we found chickens. Everybody knows we found chickens. There will be chickens roaming around. However, they're friendly, thank God. But also, there was this really creepy building in the back. And we found out a little bit about that. When I first walked up onto it, like a energy just blasted me in the face. Like a big gust of wind just came from that building. So I feel like it's very highly charged. Now, we had kind of an idea of what that building was, but then later the handyman of the place confirmed with Chris what it actually was, and I will let you tell people what it was.
Well, I had the same feeling as you. When I walked up to it, I felt a very strong presence, and the energy was very overwhelming. And when we were getting ready to leave, I was letting the groundskeeper know we were leaving so he could relock all the buildings. And he said, "Do you know what that last building was that you just went into?" I said, "No. What's that?" He said it was a slave quarters. That's where the servants were. And then he said at one point it was a medical center. So
it was a medical unit. Now, I know from experience going to the insane asylum, there is, excuse me, a portion of the insane asylum that they call it the Civil War section. And the medical building is around the Civil War section. I believe it might have been built around the same time. But I actually was one of the few that got to go into the Civil War section. I don't think they let that happen anymore, or at least they didn't let us do it when Chris and I went a couple weeks ago. But I can tell you the Civil War section is highly charged, and the person that I was with the first time around got smacked on the back of the neck so hard, like it was a real definite hit to the back of his neck. So if that's any kind of indication of what this building is going to be like, and what do you think?
I don't know. We'll find out when we get there, is all I can say. It's going to be a little different. The energy was definitely strong enough that you could feel it without even entering the building. Just walking up to the door, you could feel it.
And if you guys watch our live walkthrough yesterday of the actual inside of the mansion, you guys will see a good view of what this building looks like and stuff. And I'm sure that you can get vibes just through the screen of this place. It caught my attention the moment I got there. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely so.
And are we allowed to go in there?
Nobody said we couldn't, and nobody said we could, so.
Did you go in there yesterday? Did you see in there?
He showed me. He opened the door because he had to put some stuff back. But
was it dangerous looking in there, or?
It was a little cluttered, but it wasn't like horrible. It didn't look structurally weak or anything, but.
All right, so that is one of the things I'm most excited for, because I can already tell that building's probably going to be off the chain.
There was a couple rooms I think is going to be off the chain.
Yeah. There was another room that whenever I walk into a room, I don't know about you, because all psychics perceive things differently. We all have our own images, and it's up to us to interpret what they mean. But from my experience, when I walk into a room and I get a heavy feeling, that generally indicates for me that something bad has happened there. And that's what that heavy feeling is about. I don't know. Where did you feel heavy at? Did you feel heavy anywhere?
I felt heavy in that back room where the pigeon was. That's where I felt the heaviest that period out of everything.
That's where I felt it too.
So I'm not sure exactly what happened there yet. I tried not to focus too much while we were there. I want to catch more evidence during our live Halloween investigation for everyone and see what happens.
Yeah. But we definitely have a general indication of what rooms were going to be our hotspots.
That was the main thing. We wanted to go shoot promo there, get some photos and stuff for everybody to see ahead of time, and to get a general feeling of what rooms to really focus on and all that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I felt heavy in that one room. Do you want to talk a little bit before we bring Brittany on about the actual home so everybody knows like a little bit of what we know? Because before we go, we don't like to know a lot about locations before we go there. So you can tell everybody what we know so far.
I know it was built in 1872. Is when they had the home built. I know that the grounds that the house is located on and that servants' quarters / medical unit, all that property is Civil War history. That's all we really know about it. We've tried to keep it to where we don't know anything, don't want anybody to know anything. People have tried to tell us things.
Mm-hmm. The groundskeeper tried to tell yesterday.
Yeah, he tried to tell me more than what I wanted to know, and I was like, no, man, we don't want to know anything until time.
We did find out something about a railroad.
Yes.
And in our experience, a railroad or waterways, anything that creates a lot of energy, it has something to do with the paranormal activity that goes on there. But anybody have any questions about our location before we move forward? Brittany says, I cannot wait. Now I can't get in trouble going in haunted places, right? You're allowed to go in this one. Michaela said I was protected in boys' home and still felt everything. Yes, you were very good in the boys' home, Michaela. I give it to you on that. Brittany says she felt it through the video. Tricia says, oh my gosh, that's what I was feeling was the railroad. Yeah, there is one around the building, the medical unit building we were talking about.
They said it was a old express stop for supplies. That's all that area was used for right there, that part of the railroad. So that's all we know. Yeah. I didn't want to know that, but the groundskeeper brought it up. We'd rather verified it after we went there. But he didn't know we didn't want to know that. He just opened up like a book, and I had to stop him. And
I have always been able to sense things. I have just recently learned how to really tune into my abilities and focus on what I see. Yes. So I want to take a little bit of time here and just point out that one of the things that makes us unique is everyone on our team is what I would call psychic. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
I know we hand chose JJ and Brittany for a reason. It's because they have both proven that they have abilities, and I'm very happy and I'm very proud of both of them. What do you think, Chris?
Yes, they're doing great.
Yeah. So when you get someone who has abilities in a haunted location, or it really doesn't even have to be haunted, and those of you who have abilities can probably vouch for me on this, it's like we're magnets for the spirits. So when you get all four together under one roof, then that's where we excel, because it just it amplifies. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but it amplifies and magnifies, and this stuff starts popping off everywhere. And that's where we've always excelled. We can get things to happen that would take a normal person a whole evening to get to happen.
Yeah.
So that's one of the advantages of our team. It kind of like it's attracted to us like magnets.
Yeah, we're all unique for sure. We all have our own abilities.
Yeah, and like I said, everybody gets their own visions. It's up to them to like translate what those visions mean, and the only way you can do that is by practice. The more you practice, then the more you know, okay, well, this is what this means for me. So, all right. Miranda says, I'll have to go watch, let you know if anything really pops. Yes, everyone, please watch. We're going to be live Halloween night at the Haunted Mansion. Trisha says, I commented the other day on your last live. We read that. Don't feel crazy, Trisha. It's nothing to feel crazy. You have gifts and you should be proud of them and not be afraid to show them to the world. Michaela says, I like knowing as soon as I started working here that George was here from the beginning. Yes. Yes, George is definitely there. All right, so without further ado, we are going to bring on our new still photographer. Those of you, go ahead and add Miss Brittany. Brittany, I hope you're ready. I hope you're paying attention.
She coming.
Here she comes, guys. Here's our Miss Brittany, our new still photographer.
I'm ready.
There's your smiling face. She's always smiling. She's always happy. I love seeing that. So everybody, Brittany. Brittany is a fabulous photographer, and when I found out we needed one for our filming locations that we're doing, Brittany was the first one who came to mind. She's also blossomed in her abilities.
Yes.
Hi, JJ.
We have actually witnessed Brittany and her abilities blossoming, so it's also wonderful to see that, Brittany. So for those of you who are wondering, still photographer, this is Brittany's job, not only for the Halloween event, but for our filming locations that we have. I feel like, you know, I don't know. I'm sure she doesn't find it boring, but
No.
I'm horrible at taking photos, girl, so to me,
Oh, I love it.
But Brittany's job will be Polaroid camera in hand, Polaroid film in her little bag, and she is to follow us around taking Polaroid shots of us. Why would someone do that, you ask? Right? I'm sure everybody has a question in their brain. Because Polaroid cameras tend to show spirits a lot easier than like our digital stuff, like our new technology. I don't know what it is about the Polaroids. Do you know? You're a photography person too. Brittany, do you know what it is about it?
It's because Polaroids can pick up light that digital can't.
See, and that's why you're still a photographer.
Exactly what I said. That's why I never use light. That's why I use hour when I use my Nikon.
Yeah, so tell everybody about that real quick, about what you have found out from doing investigations.
I use low ISO and I use infrared light for all my pictures when it comes to the paranormal. And I figured out that indirect light is the best way to get the evidence show up in the picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
So kind of like not focusing on the thing like directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just
Exactly.
that. You don't want to light directly on it either, because that's just going to blur out that part of the image.
Michaela says hi, Brittany. Trisha said I like to use a flashlight.
Hi, Michaela.
All right, so flashlight communications on the list. The SD sessions on the list. Brittany, introduce yourself, girl. Tell us why.
Hi.
You are here.
What do you want me to tell you why?
Oh, well, whatever you want to say, girl. Why did you decide to say yes to being the still photographer?
So I decided to say yes because it is a passion of mine. And I also love helping spirits and now having better abilities than I thought.
Yeah, isn't it mind-blowing when you realize you have these abilities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Just think I thought I was crazy since I was about 10, because that's when I realized I had something.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I was crazy when I first woke up and saw an old lady standing over my bed.
Mm. And when did that happen?
When I was probably 11. We were living in Norwood.
Wow.
And Mom knew all about there being some spirit in the house. She never told me.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up one night and she was standing over my bed looking over me.
Oh, my.
Did she tell you there was clowns too?
Will you stop with the clowns? I'm bringing glitter.
I'll bring that.
Okay. I'll cover him in glitter.
Wait till you find getting that crawl space.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you would not.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Please don't.
I can just see it now. I'm going to walk through the room. There's going to be glitter flying. There's going to be balloons floating. And that's going to be like a war between you two.
It's going to be a party.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Definitely. So, anything else you'd like to say, Brittany? Any questions you'd like to ask Brittany?
Am I allowed to go in the attic?
People can go in the attic, but I'm going to be the first one. I want to make sure it's structurally safe. Make sure nobody's going to come through a ceiling. That way, if somebody does fall with me, I don't want anybody else to get hurt.
That's fine with me.
But yeah,
No, JJ, we don't need mechanical clowns in the crawl space. No.
No, I am going seriously, guys. No clowns. We don't need to give anybody a heart attack. We are
Not even that. Not even that. The biggest rule: no fear.
right.
You're gonna put clowns in there and make me fear.
So in the long run, that would bite you in the butt because
Yeah, it
would. The more fear we show,
it might hurt in the butt, not me.
No, it would us too.
I get plenty of evidence.
We're gonna get plenty of evidence.
I mean, we might.
But when it comes to the investigation, none of that goes on. We're dead serious when we're on. So.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to stay safe, and but we also, I have no doubt we're going to catch evidence. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of energy there. It's just
there's no doubt.
To communicate.
Yeah.
So
yeah, guys, those of you who are local and from our Chambers page, you know that Brittany is a part of our Crystal family. And if you haven't joined our QQ Crystal Chambers, I invite you to do that because we really are like a big family. So all of you guys know Brittany, and you guys will be able to meet her in like what? What is it? 5 days?
I can't wait.
It's like 5 or 6 days.
What are you coming to?
It's Saturday. I leave this Saturday.
This Saturday. So this week we have to get busy and clean up the mansion and help whenever we can so we can get, because she'll be here this weekend. And then.
Where do you want to investigate first, Brittany, while we're there?
The crawl space.
Crawl space. Why do you want to investigate the crawl space?
Because I want to know what me and you felt when you got to the top of the stairs. I want to know what is down there.
Definitely something.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%.
When we went back and watched that live video that she done and showed that crawl space, we never lost service there. Something made
other than the crawl space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like isolated in that one spot. Both times I flashed to it. So. You want to do the crawl space as well?
I do.
You want to do the basement and the crawl space?
Yes, I do.
Well,
she wants the attic, not the basement.
I mean, yeah, the attic and the crawl space, but in the basement as well. What did you
think
about
because the crawl space is in the basement.
What's energy?
The energy at the top of the, did it hit you at the top of the basement steps?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I told you what I felt about it.
Yeah. It's kind of like that energy that makes you scrunch your nose up.
As soon as I went around the corner, I went.
I scrunched my nose as soon as Shell got to the top of the stairs, so yes, I know that feeling.
It is amazing doing those lives with you guys, like you and Devette and everybody who has abilities, because like you guys have already called it out before, most of the time before I even mention it, or I'll mention it and look down and you guys have already called it out, and I'm like, it's really amazing how you guys can pick up through just video. What do you think?
Even pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, even pictures. I do really well with pictures as well. Sometimes
I do too.
Sometimes I do better with pictures than I do actually being around a person. It's really weird.
I just don't like being around a lot of people, so.
Well, you know. So, any more questions for Miss Brittany?
Nothing I can think of. What about you?
I'm sure I could think of one if I concentrate. I have to admit, I did not prepare for this at all tonight. Normally I have questions written down and stuff, but we've been so busy. It's just, we're trying to figure out how we were going to pull this off, really. But yeah, I'm excited to meet you, Brittany, and I'm sure you're excited to meet everyone around here.
I am.
We feel like we know you already and that you're family, so we are really super excited, girl.
I'm excited.
All right, guys, anybody have any questions for Brittany, our new still photographer?
Hi, Devette.
I haven't been watching the comments.
Me either.
Hey, at least I pay attention.
Right? I'm glad somebody does.
I know my mic's somewhere in here. He said hi.
Oh, somebody was talking about battery drain.
Hi, Mom.
Actually,
JJ was.
Huh?
JJ was talking about batteries being drained, I think.
Yeah. When we got there yesterday, I put brand new batteries in my Nikon. Took 5 pictures, moved to the left side of the house to take more pictures at a different angle, and it said that my batteries were depleted and the camera shut off.
Okay,
I
now
think
that I can't wait.
And there was no flash. I wasn't using infrared or anything, so it wasn't causing any extra battery drain there. 5 pictures, any camera can take 5 pictures without an issue.
Right.
I think JJ had battery drain too, didn't he?
Yeah, on a cell phone.
Yeah. I know the right side of my head started hurting in that room where the bricks are.
Yeah.
So that's indication as well.
What'd you feel about that room that had the pigeon in it?
What did I feel? Oh, I didn't like that room. When you walked in, my chest got heavy, and I even told Mom because she was sitting next to me. I'm like, my chest is just heavy, and it's just a iffy feeling, but not a scary feeling.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't feel scared at all in the place. I didn't really
No.
like the basement energy, but it was not because it was evil. It's just because it was.
The only aggressive spirit that I felt wasn't something that I'd call negative. It just seemed like whoever the gentleman was that I picked up in the suit seemed angry about something, like a life issue or something that happened. And what I saw at that moment was him just angry, act like he was frustrated. And
So, JJ and I were kind of talking about that. I honestly think that he's like, we're going to hear him arguing with the younger woman.
Oh,
I think that they have a problem with each other, or they got into an argument and something escalated from it.
that is.
well, all right, on that note, the energy I felt in the crawl space was somebody hiding from a punishment.
Okay. So I felt that when Shell stuck the camera in and then it started messing up in the back right corner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were like cowered in the corner, like they didn't want to be harmed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I felt like somebody was hiding in that little closet
Under
as
the
well.
steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
the first, when we entered the house, that was the first place I went to. I don't know why. That was the first place I was drawn. I opened the door up.
Yeah, that was.
I think that the kids used to hide in there from punishment. In there and in the crawl space.
Mm-hmm. I guess we're going to find out. But see, this is what I talk about being so fascinating that we all pick up on this. I can't wait to get all together. And
I have to agree with Laura. See what she said?
I don't think that it is a little girl, though. Okay, little girl under stairs, but not in crawl space.
That's what I thought.
Laura, do you have any ideas on what could be in the crawl space? Because I know you were right about that building in the backyard. Yeah, I have reservations about the little girl.
The one under the steps, I think, was a little girl.
The one in the basement, no.
No, not at all.
Nope.
And I'm afraid that the crawl space is a tunnel into the outbuilding. I don't know about that.
I don't feel that way. For one, the way that is going is the wrong direction.
You think?
Yeah, it's going toward what would have probably been the main road back then, the gravel, where they'd have brought in the buggies and stuff.
Okay.
I do have a little reservation about the little girl, and before we go in to investigate, we're going to have to determine what's up with the little girl for sure, because if, you guys probably already know little demons will a lot of time represent themselves as little girls, especially, kind of like to get your guard down and for you to trust them. And even though I didn't feel like the little girl was like that, she was acting peculiar. She was doing things that she shouldn't be doing as just a normal child spirit. What do you think?
Yeah. Usually kids are more reserved when you first enter a building. They don't just bust up on you and start interacting, and they shouldn't
Wanting you to follow.
Yeah. They shouldn't be trying to get you to follow them somewhere.
Yeah, like JJ said, she was like trying to get him to come down to her, whereas a normal little girl spirit would be playful and going up to him. So that was one thing she did that was peculiar.
Well, now my question, and now I'm wondering if she's trying to have JJ go to the basement.
True. See,
we'll find out come
Halloween night.
We're going to find out come Halloween night. Laura said, I know back then there were a lot of, I didn't catch it. Could you scroll up a little bit? Our comments went by too fast.
I know a lot of servant tunnels from the main house to their quarters.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I feel is in the crawl space or the basement? I'm not sure, hiding from a punishment, but being where someone was punished. Yeah.
Now, it could have made sense because, Laura, that part of the house where that crawl space is was on the servant's side, where they would have entered to go up steps or the house, period. So it could have been from the servants coming in and out. Maybe that's how they get out of the house quickly if something was going on, running from somebody. So,
Got to go.
Well, I'll find out, so.
Yeah. All right, Michaela. Excuse me. Thanks for coming, girl. And good luck in our contest.
yes.
All right, Brittany. Anything? Any last words you want to say to the fans?
I hope everybody joins us for Halloween because I believe all of us are going to get some great evidence and it's going to be worth a watch.
Yes.
Definitely so.
Definitely so. All right, Brittany, we're going to let you off the hot seat. Thank you for jumping in and showing your beautiful smile. We love you as always.
See you
Love
soon.
you.
See you very soon, girl.
See you soon.
What did JJ say? Hi.
Red.
Oh, all right, guys. So, yeah, we got lots of things to look at this mansion. Again, a lot of us are feeling the same thing, and it's not because we hear what each other's saying. We all independently, and if you watch the live walkthrough, you'll see we all independently pick up on the same things. So that's a pretty good indication what we're dealing with. Again, we have to determine if the little girl is really a little girl or if it's more sinister than that.
Yeah, for everybody's safety. We don't want anybody being attacked.
One, bye, Britt. See you in a second. Those of you who don't know, Laura is Brittany's mama, who also has abilities. So,
Just so everyone knows, Laura likes dolls.
Laura
Creepy
likes
dolls.
Yeah. Take those off. All right. So, one bit of advice I want to say about the little girl is just like real human children. You know how they're bashful around strangers? They don't really talk. They kind of like stay away until they get to know you. That's the same thing with spirit children. It takes a lot of talking to them for them to warm up to you so that they will interact with you. So that's the other peculiar thing that the little girl was doing. She was really active really fast with JJ, so that throws up a red flag. What about you? You think so? Anything you want to say to our fans? Anybody? It's Laura.
I don't know, I lost my train of thought because I was thinking about asking a question to the fans.
Oh, well, try to remember. Laura said not nearly as much as Britt loved clowns.
Does anybody that watched it live the other day have any questions or feelings they'd like to share with everybody?
Yeah, did anybody out there pick up on anything? I see John's in here. Hi, John.
Yes, John's been here, I believe.
I picked up the name Emily. Yeah. I'm not really good at picking up names, really. She was around a lot of adults, so she wasn't shy. That could be the case. Definitely could be the case. To that, I want to ask you, do you know any history? Don't tell us the history, but yes or no, do you know history behind who lived in the house and things like that? Do you know if we're on the right mark when it comes to the little girl? Brittany said she was about to say Emily. Awesome. I'm telling you guys, you've never watched a show where everybody is psychic. I'm pretty confident in saying that. Can you think of any other show where every single member was psychic? And that within itself will produce a lot of evidence.
Yes.
So that's the one advantage we do have.
Does anybody have any experiments they'd like us to try?
Yeah. We have FC session and the flashlight experiment so far.
A piece of paper right
All right, Chris is going to get some paper. No, not that I've seen JJ. Thanks. I'll go with that and see what happens, Miranda said. I might have to put my old lady glasses back on so I can read. Bear with us. Chris is getting in some paper. Heather says glitter and balloon to make Emily happy. We could put glitter in there. That could happen. Spirit Box, Laura says. Any other experiments that you want to see us do live on Halloween night? We're going to be there all night, guys. It's going to be a really fun watch. If you have nothing else to do, we're going to wait for trick-or-treating to be over so everybody can join us.
There might be a couple small ones during the day when we first get there.
Yeah, we might have some live during the day as well. Laura said Spirit Box. Anybody else have any requests? This is the time. Anybody want to see anybody by themselves in a particular room?
I got Spirit Box, flashlight.
SD session. Did the vet answer me about knowing the history? Motion detection, Miranda said. Brittany said balloon, yes, balloon. So we have, so far, I'm going in the room with the bricks by myself. Brittany's going in the attic and the crawl space in the basement. JJ's assignment is a little girl. And Chris, did you say where you were going by yourself?
I want the room where I felt the man's presence.
Okay, so maybe I'll go in the pigeon room and you can go in that room because that's the room.
Doesn't really matter where I start. Doesn't matter.
Well, no, it doesn't matter, but we each, it'd be more entertaining if we were by ourselves in the room.
I think maybe we should let the audience decide what room they want to see who in, to where they can interact more when we're doing solos. Let the audience pick a room.
All right, the vet says, I know who built the house and who lived there. All right. And John said, did you pick up anything around the fireplace?
Yes.
What did you pick up? I personally didn't, but did you? Brittany, JJ, did you guys pick up anything around the fireplace? What did you pick up?
Huh?
What did you pick up?
What did I pick up?
Mm-hmm.
A metal presence that was really nasty.
Around the fireplace?
Felt like he was arguing with somebody. And Laura said sometimes she'd like to talk to us and know more about the SD session.
We can do that. The SD sessions are fun.
The SD session really helps enhance any kind of ability you have and bring it out.
Yeah.
Because you're taking away, the way we do it, you're taking away two different senses you have.
Yeah, and you take away your hearing with your buds of white noise, and then you take away your sight with blindfold. So the person actually does not hear what you're saying or anything like that. Dawn said, there you go. JJ, just a little bit. I feel like it was the old man. Brittany, the man in the trench coat, upset. So I guess we're gonna find it all out on the Halloween Live, guys. It's really gonna be fun. I can't wait. I'm excited.
John, you have any experiments you'd like to see us do? I know you always participate when we have our stuff, so.
And I'd like to mention that the owner of the mansion is, do you know his name?
Tim.
His first name is Tim, and we would like to officially just thank him because he's been really nice, and he's really opened the doors of this place, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, like yesterday, he couldn't make it because of prior arrangements, and he had somebody there to let us in.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, really, we got turned loose. Like, it was awesome.
I did see your comment. She said that she did know who built the house and who lived it.
Right. Awesome. What time are you talking about? Is that like the Civil War era? Because
who's Tim?
Thank you, Tim. I don't know. We're not seeing a. Oh, Tim is the guy of the mansion.
Oh,
The owner.
Who they were talking about.
Yeah, they both said thank you, Tim. Yes, because you don't. I think you have it covered, Chris. You don't just usually to get into places you have to beg, plead your case, grovel. But really, this guy has been really nice and really cool, and it's like totally opened the place up for us. And we want to officially say thank you for being so awesome.
Yes,
we really do appreciate it. It makes our job a lot easier.
From the minute we contacted him, the only reason it was delayed, period, was the work that he was having done to the mansion. which is understandable. He didn't want to give us an exact time at first because he wanted to make sure that that stuff was finished and out of the way.
And I want to officially thank the vet because she helped us get in the door with this gentleman.
Yes, she did.
She knows him personally. So the vet, thank you as well. We don't want you to think you are going unnoticed. We do
No.
appreciate it.
The vet actually helped us get in touch with him.
And put a good word in for us. I'm sure she did. So thank you to vet for that. Also, on the topic of renovations, as you guys could tell, this place was heavily being renovated. And that makes the activity even worse. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times, especially in old places like that, when you start renovating, you start kicking up the spirit activity a lot.
The guy that I picked up on when I was touching the wall in that one room, I felt like that's what he was really upset about, was the construction going on in the house, changing things. And
Yeah, that really tends to anger the spirits because a lot of times they don't even know they have died. And when you start messing with the property and the realm that they're in, it's messing it up for them as well. So they tend to get angry. Brittany says it amplifies it. Yes, it does. Yes, thank you to that. Hey, Bev, Miss Bev, Miss Beverly, Six Clogger, welcome to our live. Those of you who are in our Chambers group, Miss Bev has been watching our Halloween lives since we started doing them. So thank you, Miss Bev, for being one of our biggest supporters. We love you and appreciate you so much for that. So any last things anybody wants to talk about? I think we've covered the gamut on this mansion, built in 1872, so it's going to be fun.
Halloween Day, the best thing I can tell you is toward the evening time to keep an eye to see if we're doing any lives. I can guarantee there will be a couple that sneak in.
Yeah, we're going to try to wait until after trick-or-treat time. It's going to be definitely dark. We are going to be in the pitch dark. Brittany and JJ or anybody who goes into a room on an experiment, we are doing experiments, by the way. You are going to be equipped with body cams. We have harnesses that will put body cams on your body. I know we have one GoPro we can use with that too. But it's going to be live interactive feeds. We're going to set up our live YouTube feed. It's just going to be monitoring a hotspot area. We're going to have a Facebook Live. Probably do an Instagram Live with another room. We're going to cover all the channels so you guys can help us catch the evidence and you can interact with us.
Yes, we're going to make it as interactive as possible.
Yes. So, any last questions or anything before we get the heck out of here for the night?
Brittany, JJ asked, are we going to investigate outside as well?
Yes. Yes, we are. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, the land is charged, obviously, Civil War history. So we're definitely, and I'm going to try to hit that house in the back if it's safe to do so. I haven't been in there and I don't know if it's exactly safe to be walking around in the dark.
That back building?
Yeah.
That'll depend. He may not want us in there. Like I said, it was kind of clustered with stuff.
All right, but I'm sure we can feel things out just by being in the near vicinity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I have no doubt between the four of us, we're going to figure it all out. And we're going to have the help of our fans. It's all going to be interactive. Again, it is Halloween night, guys. Brittany will be in here in like 5 days, I think. She'll be in here by this weekend.
JJ said, Chris, you should tell them about when we touched the door.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
When we first got there and we're waiting on everybody, we took the pictures and stuff, and I told Shell and JJ first, I said, touch the door. And as they were all touching the door, I stuck my hand against the door. And me and JJ felt the same thing. As we touched the door, it felt like somebody else bumped their hand against the door right where our hands were.
And it kind of scared me a little bit because they flinched at the same time. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't feel that, but I heard the woman. That's where I heard the woman cough. So, the older woman that I feel like has lung issues.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the energy like JJ and Chris did, but they did. I was there. They did get it at the same time. Trisha says, guys, I'm not sure what she's meaning. But we got some suggestions on experiments everybody wants to see. So unless there are any other questions, we are going to I can't wait either, Brittany. I can't. It's always fun when you get 4 psychics together. All right, guys. So we're not going to take up any more of your time. Please feel free to share. I want to go over the contest real quick for those of you who are in here. We are going to let the contest ride for a couple more days. We're not going to draw names yet. We're going to make it a live event from our Q2 Paranormal wall, and we will post when we're going to do the contest, but we want to give everybody a chance to enter as many times as you want. So we're going to let it ride a couple more days. Anything about our event? Why does Chris wear bracelets? Oh, okay, we'll get to that. Anything on our event, our lives that we've done, our posters, anything like that that you share on your personal walls or any of your social media, you are getting an entry for that share. So share away. We're going to let it ride a couple more days. We're going to pick up the 3 people to do this with us. If you cannot make it, or you cannot, you know, a paranormal investigation in person is not your thing, you can gift it to somebody who will take your place. So if you win, I mean, you can enter just so you can, you know, help someone who wants to go win. That's totally fine. Right to give, left to accept. Yes, Brittany. Okay. Hi, Kim. Really quickly before we go, I promised a few people in our crystal chambers that I would let Chris explain his strategy on his bracelets, because he has a good one, and one that I never thought of until he brought it up. Generally, left wrist is receiving energy, right is projecting into your environment. So here, Chris, tell them what you do, what your strategy is.
Well, anybody that knows me knows I don't like groups of people because I feel the energy that's around me. And it's draining, and I absorb the negativity and stuff, and it makes my mood change. So malachite puts a barrier around you. I don't just want to receive that. So on my right wrist, I wear malachite as well to put it out there. And it's just like a constant vortex going around me.
You've got to admit, those of you who know what we're talking about with the crystals, that's a good strategy. He's pushing the malachite energy out into his environment, and then he's pulling it back in with his left wrist. So he's got like a vortex of malachite energy swirling around him. I think it's a really good strategy. I know you guys do too. But yeah, that's Chris's strategy.
That's the only thing I do that with. I never wear any other bracelets on that wrist.
Yeah.
So.
And I asked him one day, I was like, why are you wearing malachite on your right wrist? And he's like, well, this is why. And I was like, that's a really good idea. I never thought of it. But yeah, he's got like a vortex of malachite energy all around him. So he's definitely pulling that in with his left wrist.
Part of it's because of the psychometry stuff, and it helps protect me. So if somebody bumps into me and stuff, I don't want to see everything about everybody. I don't need to know that. I don't want to feel that. So I try to protect myself so that when accidents happen, somebody bumps into me, or I have to touch someone. So I'm just constantly in that flow of.
So you're kind of like recycling malachite energy.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I'm just keeping it fresh.
So there you go. Miranda's like, guess who's doing that tomorrow? Yes. Devette, you're already there. See, you've been doing it already.
Thanks, Bev Lewis. Bev Lewis said that's a good idea.
It is, you guys.
Thanks,
it
Kathy.
is a very good idea. I'm so glad to share it. Thank you for reminding me to ask him that. But yeah, those of you who are in our Q2 Crystal Chambers group, join. It's free. I mean, you get to interact with us a lot, and you get amazing ideas like that to help yourself in life and your body. It's really a very supportive group to be in. And
yes, it's just a big family.
it's a private group. It's not public like our paranormal stuff, but so you feel safe, and it's a safe environment to be yourself and express yourself and to learn about the healing energy of crystals. Brittany says, well, now, when we are not on hunts, I'm wearing Mally on both. Yes, I'd highly, that is a really good idea.
I just had it one day. I don't know how it happened, but I had one malachite on my wrist and I stuck the other one on, just doing an experiment, and it worked. We were in a crowd of a bunch of people, and I didn't pick up all the negativity and all the other energy around me, so I went with it and I've stuck with it.
And he has, every day he has malachite on both wrists. And what else do you wear? A lapis?
I wear my black agate that is scientifically done with copper and clear quartz.
Mm-hmm.
I wear lapis with malachite, and then I wear malachite, and then I wear hematite malachite on my other wrist. And
Yeah, he never fails. He puts his crystals on his wrists every day. So, and sometimes I forget to wear them, but not Chris. He wears them every day. So, but yeah, that's our crystal speech for the night, guys. How did that go? Did it help at the concert, Tibet? JJ says I'll be wearing third eye on both for the live. Yes. Brittany says, well, I already read that. Yep, for the lives, JJ and Brittany will be wearing one bracelet for protection, and then they can use all the third eye crystals that they want to load up on. It just magnifies your abilities. So,
since this is their first investigation, we've already told them if you guys start to feel drained or anything, step outside, get some fresh air, give yourself a break. And
yeah,
the vet said yes, it helped.
Awesome, Tibet. And Brittany said, I will have third eye on my left and around my neck. Yes, you are a fan of that moonstone. I am too, girl. I'm going to be wearing this. I love this moonstone ring. It's my favorite. That and Laura, if you're still in the room, the Labradorite, it's also good for third eye. So, all right, guys, we're going to stop blah, blah, blah. Again, Halloween night after the sun goes down. We are on the East Coast, so it will be East Coast hours.
Miranda, for you, that means 7.
Yes. You can interact with us. You can help us find the activity. You can tell us what you want to see us do. You can ask the spirits questions. We're going to be doing FB sessions. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we love you guys, and we hope you have a beautiful rest of your Sunday, and we will be talking to you very soon.